All right. And we're live.
And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MTVM Podcast, episode 21.
And we're live.
We have made it to 21 episodes so far.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
And we're hearing audio back.
Yeah, all right, I fixed it.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway, yes, like I said, episode 21. And yeah, I'm excited for another episode. I don't have a lot of topics today, believe it or not. I feel like it's been a very slow week in terms of entertainment. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like it was kind of hard to find stuff this week. But I do have some topics. And
slow.
And I am excited for the main event, like always. Before I do, the usual introductions and all that kind of stuff, there is an announcement I want to make, and I'll also make it at the end of the video because I know not everyone is watching the live stream right now. More people come along as the live stream goes on. So I'll just say this right now. On Sunday, this Sunday, April 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing a podcast of the top 5 most and least anticipated movies of the summer. And joining me on that podcast will be Andrew Hayes, Jackson Fulcher, and John Matthews. So
you mean the Jackson Fulcher?
The Jackson Fulcher will be there.
Oh, the Jackson Fulcher.
Yep, Jackson Fulcher and John Matthews.
John Matthews.
Indeed. So all 4 of us will be doing a top 5 most and least anticipated. The reason why I'm doing it this Sunday, April 22nd, is because April 22nd is the 1-year anniversary of when I did my first podcast of the top 5 most anticipated of the summer, where I had Double Nine and Danny Russman on. So yeah,
boy.
I'll make this announcement again at the end of the podcast because I know not everyone's here right now. But yep, if you want to join in this channel to see that on this Sunday at 7:30 p.m., that'll be greatly appreciated. And yeah, it'll be a fun podcast. But anyway, that's a lot of me talking at the moment. So would you guys like to do your introductions?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Film fan 0599 here again. We're back for another MTVM podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We're back. The podcast is now legally allowed to drink because it's 21 now.
God damn it, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. So here we go. Hopefully, Diego is staying hydrated. Good boy, good boy. Pat in the head.
My thing is right there.
Hydrated.
Yes, stay hydrated. Pat in the head. So yeah, we got some exciting topics. It's been a slow movie news week, but you know what? We're trying our best, and of course, the main event we have, which is going to be great as usual.
Indeed. All right, and you?
You?
Yeah, you.
Me?
You, scum of the earth.
Excuse me. Welcome back. Guys, 21, Double Nine stole my joke, so I'm not just gonna say it again. And looking forward to everything that is going to be discussed today.
Yep, and like I said, I only have just a very few topics, but let's get the show started anyway. So, actually, before I do that, let me say hello to the live chat. We have Jerome, Justin Williams, Danny Russman, Sammy, Alina, and that's it so far. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoys today's episode. All right, so with that being said, let's get started. Me and Double Nine actually have the same movie topics today. The only 2 movie topics we have. So Double Nine can join me on these 2 topics. So the first topic I want to talk about is new information regarding How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Ooh.
Now, for those of you who don't know, How to Train Your Dragon 3 is scheduled to be released next year in 2019. And
but I think the exact release date is supposed to be March 1st, 2019.
Yes, it is coming out on March 1st. I knew it was coming out in March. I just forgot the date at the moment. Well, I have the article pulled up because it tells me information such as the title. So How to Train Your Dragon 3, the official title for it is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. That is the name of the title. I think it's a pretty badass title. I like the title a lot. And there's actually a brief synopsis. So I'll just read it from the article over here. As Hiccup fulfills his dream of creating a peaceful dragon utopia, Toothless' discovery of an untamed, elusive mate draws the Night Fury away. When danger mounts at home in Hiccup's reign as village chief is tested, both dragon and rider must make impossible decisions to save their kind. Okay, so it seems like things are going to go pretty crazy in this one. Like,
yeah,
there might be some trouble for Toothless. I don't know. But in either case, I am incredibly excited for this movie. I mean, I already was before they even announced the title of the movie or even the synopsis, because I absolutely loved the first movie and the second movie. To me, just How to Train Your Dragon 2 is the best DreamWorks film. I mean, listen, I love Shrek and all, but How to Train Your Dragon for me is the one that is DreamWorks, highest
Yeah,
achievement.
they're magnum opus.
And both of them, honestly, like I have the second one ranked as my number 1 and the first one ranked as my number 2. So yeah, I'm absolutely excited for the third one, and it might be a great animated trilogy because, like I said, as much as I love the first two, and I believe the same directors from the first two are coming back to do this one. So if that's the case, and with the story that they have, and I'm really digging the title, I think we could have something special. So definitely expect to see this on my most anticipated of 2019 list when the time comes. That won't be for a while for now when we do our top 10 anticipated of 2019, but that will for sure be on the list because, like I said, I'm a huge fan of the series so far, and yeah, I just can't wait to see where it's going to go next, especially since the second one came out in 2014. So that'll be 5 years, which is kind of unheard of at the moment because usually sequels take, only like 2 years or 3 years. So yeah, what do you think, Double Nine?
I'm excited as hell. I love the first two movies a lot. The first one was a huge surprise for me because I didn't really expect much from it. I'm not gonna lie, but like I watched them, like this is like one of the best things like DreamWorks has ever done. Like this is like amazing. Honestly, if Toy Story 3 didn't come out that year, I think How to Train Your Dragon would have been my favorite animated film of 2010, honestly. Like that movie was incredible. And then they had the sequel, which was somehow even better than the first movie. Like, it was incredible. Like, seriously, it was such an amazing film. Like, I loved that movie. It was such an incredible animated film. It was honestly one of the best. Honestly, like, besides Toy Story 2, it's probably the best animated sequel out there, to be honest with you. It was so amazing. And with this third one, if it's as great as those two, I think this could be the best animated trilogy since Toy Story, to be honest with you, if they really do it right.
Absolutely, yeah. Because in terms of animated film, at least besides Toy Story, it doesn't really go well. I mean, I can't think of another animated sequel, at least in the third installment, that's good.
Honestly. Yeah, like, I can't really think of a
Shrek 3, Ice Age 3, they're bad. I can't even think of any others at the moment.
So honestly, if the third one is as great as the first two, then it could honestly be the best animated trilogy since Toy Story, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love the title. The title's great. Leaves a lot of intrigue of what could happen in the story and whatever. So yeah, this will be on my top 10 most anticipated of 2019 once we do that list as well. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. You have any thoughts at all, Andrew, about this?
Not just pretty much the same as you guys. I'm really excited for it because the first two were masterpieces in my opinion. So I really expect nothing less in this one.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for it.
Absolutely. Yep. Can't wait to see how it turns out. All right, so that concludes me and Double Nine's first movie topic. Unless you have anything else you want to add, Double Nine.
No, but Jerome did make a good point. The Kung Fu Panda trilogy, all three of them were really great. So he's got a point on that.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, Kung Fu Panda is a really good one.
So yeah, those two, like Toy Story and Kung Fu Panda, are like the only ones I could really think of that like all three of the movies were at least good.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, I forgot about. Yeah, trilogy is really good too. All right, so the next movie topic is something pretty cool, and I know Double Nine's probably twisting his nipples for this one. And that is regarding Steven Spielberg and what movie he's going to be making.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg is going to be making a DC Comics movie titled Black Hawk. Now, Double Nine, like I said, you can join me. Do you know who this Black Hawk is?
I am actually not familiar with this character. This is actually the first time I've heard of this character. But you know what? It's Steven Spielberg directing a DC movie. I know DC hasn't had the best track record as of late, but you know what? Steven Spielberg, I think, could do something great because, he's Steven freaking Spielberg. He's the best director ever. So, I think he could do good with this DC movie. Hopefully, I do have a lot of faith in this, even though, like I said, the DC track record hasn't been the greatest so far as of late. But I hope Steven Spielberg could pull in something great.
So I actually have the article pulled up here, and it does have some information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read what Black Hawk is, because they have a paragraph. So based on the 1941 comic of the same name, Black Hawk centers on a team of World War II fighter pilots who are led by a mysterious man known as Black Hawk and face down fantastical threats. All right, that's all they have.
Yeah.
So here's a quote from Steven Spielberg. It was wonderful working with the team at Warner Brothers to bring Ready Player One to the screen. They bring a blend of passion and professionalism to everything they do and have a tremendous history in this genre. I'm excited to reunite with them on Black Hawk. And another thing, too, is that he's going to be reuniting with screenwriter David Koepp. I'm not sure how to say his last name. Koepp?
Koepp.
Yeah, Koepp. Anyway, so this writer has collaborated with Steven Spielberg 4 times. The first collaboration was Jurassic Park, which is amazing.
Yes.
However, the next 3 collaborations, you got The Lost World, Jurassic Park, you got War of the Worlds, and Indiana Jones and the Crystal of the
what is that?
So one of his very best movies, and 3 of the movies which are among, at least in my opinion, his least best. But I mean, I'm still optimistic. I'm still excited and intrigued for sure. What do you guys? You have anything you want to add, Double Nine, to your thoughts?
I pretty much said what I wanted to say, but yeah, hopefully it's good. Considering it's Spielberg, I usually don't really expect less because the dude's a talented filmmaker.
And actually, I would like to add one more thing. It is not related to this specific topic, but is related to Steven Spielberg. I am happy that Ready Player One actually doubled its budget. In case you guys don't know, worldwide has officially doubled its budget, which is awesome because it was predicted that it would be like a box office bomb that wasn't going to do well, and actually did a lot better than expected. So,
yeah. And also, Steven Spielberg is the first director to make over $10 billion. So,
yeah. You have any thoughts, Andrew, on this?
I mean, I don't know what he's doing next because this was reported. Indiana Jones 5 was reported that he was doing.
And I think West Side Story.
Yeah, West Side Story he was going to do. So I have no problem with him doing more movies. The more the merrier. But
that guy just keeps popping out movies like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what he will do next because this is the 3rd movie in the past few months that has come out that he said he was going to do. They said that they're going to start. I don't know if it was writing or filming Indiana Jones next year or this year or what. But if I were to take a guess, maybe Indiana Jones 5 is going to be next. I hope it's next.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next one. Is Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah.
I hope that's the next one. But either way, I'm behind anything he does.
Yep, indeed. All right, so that concludes me and Double Nine's movie topics for today. Andrew, what are your movie topics for today?
I have 2 reviews. The first review, speaking of Steven Spielberg, I will be doing a Ready Player One review.
Yay!
So, it's actually very, very much a coincidence that, you guys were just talking about Spielberg, and now I'm about to talk about Spielberg. Now, like I said, this was directed by Steven Spielberg. It stars Ty Sheridan as this kid who lives. I believe it's set in 2040 something. The 2040s is when it's set, and basically it's like this dystopian future. And there's this game that people go to play to get away, and the main character, Ty Sheridan, is very, very obsessed with this game. And it comes out that that there's this Easter egg in this game, and the person who gets the Easter egg gets to control this world. And obviously everybody's gonna want it because who wouldn't want to control this big world. So, you know, you got Ty Sheridan, who's the good guy who wants it because he cares about it, and then you got the big corporation who wants it because they're a big evil corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually my top 5 most anticipated of the year, and the reason I was so excited for it was because it just looked like a great time in the movies and just a fun time overall, and that's exactly what I got. And it 100% delivers on, fun, and it has probably 2, or at least I think by the end of the year, what would be 2 of the best action scenes of the year. You know, the beginning car chase and kind of the final fight. And also, and I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't seen it because I had no idea this was going to be in it, and I just think should be a surprise, especially if you're a fan of the certain scene that they do this off of. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But there's a certain scene that they do from another movie, and I think it was easily the best part of the movie, and probably will go down as one of my favorite scenes of the year because of how well that was shot. And I just it was a fun time, and the action was great, and it was just a blast. It's probably the most fun I've had in the theater in a long time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now, I do have a couple problems with it. And while it may seem like I'm complaining about these things a lot, they only are minor to me because they're not as bad, I guess, as I'm making it seem. So the problems that I have is the characters. While I do like Ty Sheridan's character and Olivia Cook's character, and I can't think of her name, but the girl from Master of None.
Yeah.
I like her, and I like Mark Rylance. To me, they just felt generic, and there wasn't really any substance to them. And
like any depth.
Yeah, there wasn't any depth, and that there wasn't really any personality to them. I think the closest, or the 2 closest that come to this, is Olivia Cook and Mark Rylance.
And those are like the 2 best performances in the whole film.
Those are the 2 best characters in the whole movie. And I can't really tell if it's because they were written that way or the performance, but I think it's because of the performance that they like it. And I'm going to compare it to this movie. While I think these characters are a lot better than the characters in the movie I'm about to compare it, I feel like it's kind of similar situation. And Rogue One, there was K2SO and the blind guy, like the blind ninja or whatever you want to call him.
Mm-hmm.
They were easily the 2 best parts of the movie, or the 2 best characters. And a big problem with that movie for me was the characters. And while I do like Ready Player One's characters more, I do think that the performances of those 2 kind of elevated it rather than the depth and the writings of the character. And I feel like this is the same situation. Like I said, while I do like these characters more, the only character I really don't like was the CEO of the big corporation. To me, I felt he was the most generic, and just I've seen this too many times, and there wasn't really anything special about the main antagonist. And to me it felt like, I'm just a guy who wants to control everything and anything and everything. And to me, it just felt like something I've seen before. And while it has worked in the past, and while I think it could work in the future, it just, in this instance, it did not work for me. But nonetheless, I still had a great time watching this. I can't wait to watch this again. It's easily, probably gonna go down as one of the most fun movies of the year. It gets a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's a pretty high score.
Yeah.
What I will say about Ready Player One, the actor who plays the villain, I forget his name. It's like Ben
Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah,
He always plays. Do you realize he always plays a dick, and no matter what movie he's in, he's like always an asshole. I mean, he plays it well though. Like he plays it really well.
I mean, and his performance was fine. It just, I don't think the character was well written, and it just felt like, you could take any character from any movie that we've seen this character before, placed it in there, and it would have been anything different.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, it's funny how every movie I can think of that he's in, he's like a douchebag character. But he plays it well, though.
Yeah. Okay. My second and final topic.
Second review? Or topic or whatever you
Well, it's also a review. And that would be Blockers.
Oh, okay.
So this is...
starring Jerome's favorite human being, John Cena.
And this is a comedy film directed by Kate Cannon in her directorial debut, as I'm reading on the screen now. So congratulations. And like Double Nine says, stars John Cena, also stars Leslie Mann and Ike Barinholtz. I don't know if that's how you're saying it correctly, but that's how I'm saying it, so deal with it. Anyway, what this is about, it's the day of prom night, and the three actors and actress that I mentioned, their daughters are going to prom, and they plan on losing their virginities that night. So the three people I mentioned before are set out to stop them. And they're pretty much being cock blockers. That's where the whole title and whatnot comes from. Now, I think this is easily the biggest surprise of the year so far, because the trailers were absolute garbage. The marketing for this film was terrible, and I will say that and I'll explain something a little bit later. While I do prefer another film over this, and a lot of people also consider that a surprise, why I felt that this was a bigger surprise for me. This was a surprise because, like I said, the trailers were shit, and they really didn't show any of the funny jokes, but I'd rather have it like that, because I feel like too often in comedies, they show all the funny stuff in the trailer, and then you go to watch the movie, and nothing else is funny. Everything that was funny, you already saw. So I'm kind of glad in a way they kind of showed the unfunny stuff in the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I think the best part about this film is John Cena, actually. I think that he, to me, was the funniest, and just because, he's a big dude, and he's like very muscular, so just the way he kind of acted, I just don't think someone like that would be doing it, and I thought it was the funniest when he was doing it, because he's a big dude, and he's kind of showing a softer side, and I just thought that was, funny. But then, he does have his moments where he gets angry and wants to, beat somebody up, and I also thought that was really funny. So I just thought the way he was written and just how he played it was really funny. Leslie Mann, there were moments where I really liked her character, but there were also moments where I'm like, all right, as someone who is closer to the age of the kids, I feel like she was being a little bit too overprotective and over like the top, and just for me that didn't work. I don't know if that's because I'm not a parent, or just because I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way. It's just, that's how I felt, that she was just being overbearing at times and overprotective.
Yeah.
And I just thought, like, she was trying, like, they're, like, to me, it was like, oh, no, they're teenagers. Like, they're going to want to do this kind of stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure most teenagers act like them, kind of, in some way, shape, or form. And then Ike Barinholtz. I really didn't like his character. I actually found him very annoying. Up until, like, the last third, they gave him actually more depth and a reason to care about him. And kind of they put him in a sympathetic light, and they work. It works in this instance. Now, I think the three, daughters, they also... also think they give great performances. I think they really work well with each other and also with their respective parents in the film. I think just the relationship and how they play off each other all works really well. And like I said, the humor is really funny. But there are some times where I felt like... so there's this certain scene in a limousine. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, where something happened and it really didn't work for me. I actually found it very annoying that this happened. And I go, this is something I would usually expect. And because of how well I was liking it so far, I'm like, oh, why'd you have to, like, kind of stoop that low to, like, kind of do that? That, like, didn't work for me. And it just wasn't funny. And it does that a couple times throughout the film, and there are a couple times where I just go, okay, you kind of stoop into that, raunchy comedy level that, doesn't work. But for the most part, it's really funny, really good performances, and, at the end of the day, you could really understand why the parents are acting the way they do and why the children are acting the way they do. I do prefer Game Night over this. I just found that to be a better film and just funnier and more enjoyable. And the reason I find this more surprising is because I actually hadn't seen a trailer for Game Night. Mm-hmm. So I did not know how bad the trailers were. I do give this an 8 out of 10 though. It is a very enjoyable movie. You're going to have a fun time.
All right. So that concludes our topics for movies for today. Now, I have no TV topics for today.
Oh, my God. It's a blue moon.
All right, Double Nine. So if you have any TV topics, please share with us.
Hello, bitches. Now, I do have TV topics. If I can find where the topics are. There we are. There we go. All right, I have 2. So for one, you go, motorcycle, so you can stop making noise. Okay, thank you. All right, now, first TV topic is the Jason Bourne TV show spinoff is moving forward at the USA Network.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Apparently they've been trying to work on a spinoff of the Jason Bourne series with a TV show for a while now, and now it's moving forward at the USA Network. USA Network, they developed shows like Psych and Burn Notice, and of course, if you're a wrestling fan, they're the holder of both Raw and SmackDown. So now they've got this Jason Bourne TV series on the way. I will admit I'm not too huge on we have to develop movies into TV shows now. I know this has been a big thing for a couple of years now. But I am curious to see what they could do with the spinoff for Jason Bourne. They are doing a Shooter. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
they're currently doing a TV show of that on the USA Network.
I feel like the trend now is making all these action movies or detective movies into TV shows, because they did it with Training Day, with Taken, Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm. Minority Report they did with.
Yeah, and
But now, and I hear actually that Shooter show is not too bad actually. So maybe this could be a good thing. Maybe this could be good. Hopefully, I'll probably check out the first episode of it maybe because I do really enjoy the franchise overall. So I am interested to see where they could take it. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
It'll just be hard not to imagine Matt Damon in the role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I mean, I don't. It's the first time I'm hearing this is happening. So I'll wait for reviews. You know, I'm not going to go out of my way to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the first three films. I have all three on Blu-ray because they're excellent action movies. The Bourne Legacy, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought that was disappointing with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And, I unfortunately was not a big fan of Jason Bourne either. So we'll just have to see how the series turns out.
Exactly. All right, Andrew.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm watching a lot of TV as it is, so I'm probably not gonna go check this out unless it's really good. To be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right.
So what's your next TV topic?
All right, my second and final TV topic is me discussing the WWE Superstar Shakeup.
Yay.
This was a 2-day event over both on Raw and SmackDown. This took place on both Monday and Tuesday. If you don't know what the Superstar Shakeup is, it's basically the WWE draft. That's what it basically is. Remember Diego? You remember the draft, right? When you watched wrestling, like
yeah, I remember.
At like the week after WrestleMania, it's like a new year. It's kind of like a football draft or a baseball draft. Like each person gets drafted to a new, roster and whatever, and it basically stays like that for the whole year. These are now the superstars that are going to each brand. So here we go. I'm gonna start off with the guys that went from SmackDown to Raw first. So here are that. We got Jinder Mahal. Yeah, we got everybody's favorite wrestler, Jinder Mahal.
Don't hinder the Jinder.
Exactly. We got Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan. We got Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, Natalya, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Connor, Victor, Bobby Roode, Mojo Rawley, Mike Kanellis, and Chad Gable. Those are all the guys that are coming from SmackDown to Raw. The pick I'm the most excited about from SmackDown to Raw is Drew McIntyre. Well, technically it wasn't on SmackDown, it was on NXT, but still. That's when he came out, when Dolph Ziggler was like, the only difference is I didn't come alone. And you see Drew McIntyre, who is like this big behemoth of a Scottish man, goddamn, come and just beat the shit out of both Titus O'Neil and who was the other guy? Apollo Crews. There we go.
The two most charismatic people on the fucking
of Titus worldwide. And by the way, probably this is like the coolest finisher combination I've seen in like a long time. Where like Ziggler does a zigzag, and what's Drew's finisher called again?
He did the Claymore.
Yeah, the Claymore. Like, when they do the Claymore and the zigzag combined, goddamn, was that awesome. But that was probably my favorite pick of the whole night. And then, another good pick was Jinder Mahal, but for reasons for Jeff Hardy to win the United States Championship. So that was a glorious moment for me. Did not scream my head off completely when he won the United States title. So that was good. By the way, I'm going to be honest. I think I enjoyed this Raw more than I did the Raw after WrestleMania, to be honest with you.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was all
right. Now we have the Raw superstars that went over to SmackDown. Speaking of Jeff Hardy, the United States champion himself, Jeff Hardy. Which, actually, this was the pick I wanted the most out of anything for this Superstar Shakeup. Because, as much as I love both Hardys together, I think they need to be separated right now. Because Matt is doing his thing with the woke gimmick with Bray Wyatt and shit. And Jeff is coming into his own as a single star, which I'm actually glad because, I want Jeff to, have his good run with the United States title and then, once again become WWE champion. Just imagine the dream matches that he'll have, like him against Shinsuke, him against AJ Styles, even though we've seen that in TNA, but not in WWE yet. But
Wait, what's TNA? Never
exactly. Like him versus Samoa Joe, or like him versus Daniel Bryan. I want to see that. Now
I want to see him versus Sting.
God damn, too soon, you asshole.
Hey, that was fucking years ago.
All right. So that was the first pick for SmackDown. Then we had Mandy Rose. Then we had Samoa Joe. Then we had Big Cass, everybody's favorite wrestler. Not like everybody forgot about him. We have
I didn't forget.
Asuka, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Cesaro, Sheamus, R-Truth, and The Miz. Those are all the guys that are coming from Raw to SmackDown. My favorite pick, for obvious reasons, is Jeff Hardy. Like I said, it was the pick I wanted the most for this whole Superstar shakeup. I'm glad Hardy is on SmackDown. I think he favors to do better on SmackDown than he does on Raw, to be honest with you. Because, like, the best years of his career as a single star was on SmackDown when he was going after the WWE title and stuff like that. So, I'm glad that he's on SmackDown, honestly. And biggest surprise was Samoa Joe coming to SmackDown. I did not expect that. I don't know about you, Andrew.
Yeah, no, that was the most shocking for me. I thought Joe was gonna be, out feuding with Roman, and Roman was gonna win, and then he'll be in the Universal title hunt. So that's what I thought, but he's better off on SmackDown, to be honest.
Only thing I'm disappointed by is that Elias is not coming to SmackDown. That's
the only thing I'm disappointed in. And you forgot, Sanity came up from NXT to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sandy
and Andrade Cien almost came up.
Yes.
SmackDown.
So all right, so that's cool. So overall, I think this shakeup was definitely a lot better than last year's. That's for damn sure. So that was the Superstar shakeup. You got anything to say about it, Andrew?
I think SmackDown clearly won. I mean, put aside anybody else. They got Samoa Joe, who I think is easily top 5 right now in the company. He's a beast, and he deserves the world title this instant. But you throw in Asuka, The Bar, Sanity, Jeff Hardy, and Andrade Cien Almas. They clearly won. I mean, Raw. Oh, and Raw. They got Drew McIntyre, which was awesome, and Bobby Roode, which is really cool, and they got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, 2 awesome people. But I could really care less about anybody else that they got. While SmackDown, most of the people they got, I care about.
Yes.
Pretty much, other than like R-Truth and Big Cass, to be honest.
All right, so that was the Superstar shakeup. My boy Andrew, what you got for TV topics?
I got absolutely nothing for TV topics this week.
Oh damn!
All right, so now we're gonna go on to video games. Now, I believe Andrew, you have video game topics for today, right?
I got one, yes.
Okay.
Okay. This is cool because I just love this franchise. 2K Studio reportedly is developing a new BioShock game.
Oh, shit.
That's awesome.
This is awesome for me because, I mean, besides the second one, which is bad, I think BioShock 1, perfect game. BioShock Infinite, perfect game. BioShock Infinite, I prefer but that's just my preference. I just prefer the story in BioShock more.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite games of all time. So is BioShock. But, like, BioShock Infinite is, like, for me, like, top 10. And I'm just really excited because I just really want to see what they can do next. I think, especially, I'm not going to spoil it because, I mean, even though it's been out a while, but especially with the ending of BioShock Infinite, I think it opened it up to a billion possibilities where they could take this whole franchise in a direction and just make cool, interesting ideas.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any thoughts on it?
I've only played the first BioShock game. I haven't played the second or Infinite.
Don't play the second. The second one. The second one's bad.
But the first game is fucking incredible. I love the first game a lot.
Infinite, honestly, to me, Infinite's fantastic too. Like I said, Infinite's my favorite.
Infinite's great as well.
So, hopefully, whatever this new BioShock game they got in development or whatever, hopefully it's cool, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome that they're making a new game. About time, right? It's been a while since.
BioShock Infinite came out in 2013.
Okay,
it's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm just thinking it would be cool if they made a movie out of BioShock, but you know how video game movies tend to be. But
no,
I feel like
a BioShock movie by Guillermo del Toro. Think about that shit.
But see, like I feel like a BioShock movie could work because, like I said, like at the end of Infinite, they opened it up to like anything. So it's like they could put something in the universe and like.
Well, I remember like years ago, the movie was in development, and originally like Gore Verbinski was going to direct it, and then they were going to get the director of 28 Weeks Later, but the studio wanted the movie to be PG-13, and then that director dropped out, and then the movie just never happened. So.
Now, after seeing A Cure for Wellness, now that would have been interesting to see what Gore Verbinski would have fucking done with BioShock.
Yeah.
I still rather see Del Toro.
That's who I want the most if they ever want to do this movie.
Especially with the first one. If they were to do one based off of Infinite, I don't really see that working so well with Del Toro, but definitely the first one.
Yeah. And make it rated R, too, if they ever do a movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Especially the first one.
All right, so that's our video game topics. Now we're on to music.
Already, goddamn.
All right, Double Nine. So I know you have something, and Andrew, I know you guys have topics for music. So you guys
I have one, and that is an album review.
Ooh. Oh, I know which album. This isn't one of my topics, but I'll join you for it.
And that is for Breaking Benjamin's Ember. This album came out. This was one of my most anticipated albums the whole year. I couldn't wait for this album to drop. And I will say I did very much enjoy this album quite a lot. It's very Breaking Benjamin-esque. I loved a lot of the songs on here. The songwriting was really good. I like how this album starts off. It starts off with a little piano ballad at first. Like, it's a 30-second intro. That's basically what it is. And it transitions perfectly into Feed the Wolf. Like, it's awesome. And it's a really good album, honestly. I quite liked it a lot. Like, some of the best songs on here are, like I mentioned before, Feed the Wolf. Feed the Wolf is fucking great. I like the nice guitar riff with it. I really love the lyrics a lot. I like the vocal effects, too, that they have at points with that song. The lead single, Red Cold River, is still awesome. I still quite enjoyed that song a lot. But my two absolute favorite songs are Blood and Psycho. Those are like my two absolute favorite songs off the album. Psycho is kind of like, a lot of people have been saying it kind of sounds like Walk by Pantera in the beginning of the song, which I could definitely see the comparison with it. But it's great. I like the bass tone with that song. It's really fantastic. And I really love the lyrics, especially when it goes, Psycho, let go. Like, it's really fantastic, honestly. Like, I really like how it's executed and stuff like that. Like, the production is amazing on that song and the lyrics as well. But Blood, man, Blood is where it's at with this album. That song just kicks ass so many ways. Like, it starts off with a subtle guitar riff, and just like the vocal harmonies and like the chord progressions and stuff like that were just amazing with this song. It's just a song you could just go and just like kind of just go and rocking out to. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, I would say Ember by Breaking Benjamin is a really solid album, and I quite liked it a lot, honestly. I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a really solid album, and if you're a fan of Breaking Benjamin, I think you would quite enjoy this a lot. If you're a fan of rock music, I think you would quite enjoy this a lot, so I would highly recommend it.
I really want to listen to it at some point. I just didn't have time to listen to it this week, but I definitely want to at some point. And I'll review it as well when I get to listen to it. So
nice. All right, so that's my only music topic. Andrew.
Okay. I got two music topics, two lists. Kind of, they go hand in hand. But I decided to, for reasons that I wanted to do, and now this is inspired by Double Nine. Actually, if
Hi.
you guys have been friends with him on Facebook or in the network, you know that he's been doing top 25, I believe.
Yes, the top
WWE
25 favorite WWE theme songs a day. I post like the next entry like a day and stuff like that.
So I thought I would do something kind of similar. I wanted to do top 10 originally, top 10 current ones, like people who are still with the company, but I actually kind of had a hard time, so I decided to do two separate lists. First, the one is top 5 NXT themes, so people with, that are just in NXT, and top 5 top 5 people who are on the main roster. So I'll start off with the NXT one. Coming in at number 5 is Pete Dunne's theme, Bruiserweight.
Ooh, nice.
This theme, like, for those who know who Pete Dunne is, he is an absolute, hard hitter. He, like he said, he's the Bruiserweight. That just tells me, like, this guy is gonna hit me hard, and he's gonna, hit hard and hit often. And this is exactly what this theme, it tells me when it's coming out. This, it not only is just a great rock tune, it just, I really like, feels like it encaptures the character of Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
All right. Coming in at number 4 is Rebel Heart, which is Johnny Gargano's theme.
That's like a very like almost like Paramore inspired kind of tune.
Yes, I agree. This theme, again, not only is it just a great song, it just really it captures the character of Johnny Gargano. I really like this. The singing is actually, because this has some lyrics to it, and the singing in it is really, really good. And like I said, it really encaptures what Johnny Gargano's character is. Coming in at number 3.
Oh, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like the song could be good, but what the most important thing for me is with the wrestler's theme song is how well it fits its character.
Yes, I agree. A lot of these are going to be how well they fit the character.
Yeah, and that's how it goes with mine as well, with my list as well.
Coming in at number 3 is probably the most recent theme song to come out, and that is because it is EC3's, and that is top 1%. This is a damn catchy song. I like it because it's when EC3 debuted on NXT, he came out and he goes, that's a banger of a theme song, right? Yes, it is. It's I just like how it starts off with I am the top 1%. And then, it gets right into it. And it's a song that is catchy. I can, I just want to jump around and, dance when the song comes on. That's, like he said, it's a banger of a song. And it's a great song at that. Coming in at number 2 is Aleister Black's theme, Root of All Evil. This is a badass song. I like how it starts off with, the guitar, like the ding, and then, the drums come in, and then the guitar comes in, and it kind of just builds up and builds up. And I really like it because, again, it fits Aleister Black extremely well. It's a badass song for a badass person. All right. And coming in at number 1 is the Undisputed Era's theme.
Ooh.
Undisputed Era.
Nice.
Fucking love this song. I love, again, this really, not only does it really work for their character, but I love, how it's like shock the system. And then the guitar riff comes in and it's just, a rock song. And it's just one that it just makes me want to rock out, and I get so excited every time I hear it. Those are my, that's my top 5 NXT themes. Now, on to top 5 main roster themes. Coming in at number 5 is AJ Styles' theme, Phenomenal.
There won't none.
I was funny story. I was actually pretty disappointed because those who watched TNA back in the day, TNA themes weren't the best, but I will say AJ Styles was probably is the best TNA theme of all time. To be 100% honest.
Which one? The Get Ready to Fly or the one
Get Ready to Fly one.
Okay.
And that one I really liked, and I just liked, and I was kind of really hoping that when he debuted, that we would get the, get to hear the Get Ready to Fly part, or it would be somehow incorporated it, and it wasn't, so I'm like, kind of disappointed. But then I listened to it, and it got, and it's a really good song. I like the piano that starts off, and then, the we don't want none part. It's, again, I think it really, encaptures, Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in at number 4 is Samoa Joe's theme, Destroyer.
Ooh.
When I hear this, I immediately think some ass is about to get kicked.
I know, right?
Yeah, I like the tuba, the horn, I don't even know what to call it. You hear that, and then it gets right into, the beat, which is a pretty good beat, but when I hear this, some ass is about to get kicked. Coming in at number 3 is Finn Balor's theme, Catch Your Breath.
Yes!
Now, I'm talking about, they're both the same fucking thing.
But I know where you're going with this.
There are 2 versions. I'm just talking about, I'm talking about the one where he's Demon King, even though both are the same song.
Yeah.
But I just think that the kind of intro when he is the Demon King kind of adds a little something to it. But
yeah, well, it goes boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom,
but
boom,
I like just the rock tune to it. It's a really awesome one, and I think just Balor's entrance, especially as the Demon King, really, really what makes this song so special. Coming in at number 2. Is my boy Kevin Owens' theme, Fight. This it was actually my ringtone for a while.
Ooh, nice.
This like the title says, a fight is about to go down when I hear this. And this really works for Kevin Owens. Again, like I said, with all of these, I like these so much because I can't hear anybody else coming out to these songs.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome song, and it really works for Kevin Owens. Now coming in at number 1 is Shinsuke Nakamura's theme, The Rising Sun.
No, Glorious?
No, I like Glorious a lot, but I just like these 5 more.
Okay. But that's a great number one. That'd probably be like my number two, honestly.
Yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura's theme. It's I like the violin in the beginning, and then the intro, and then just the everything about it. Really, it's just it's a really like beautiful song, honestly, and again, really works for Shinsuke Nakamura. And those are my two lists.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, so now we're on to the main event. And
boys.
That is the top 10 best songs of George Michael. So, as you guys know, tonight was my choice of being an artist. To do a brief introduction, George Michael was one of my favorite singers of all time. I think he's a phenomenal talent. So many great songs, too. It was hard for me to make this list. Like, there's some songs that should be on the list, and they're just not because, there's just 10 songs I prefer more than others.
Yes.
Still, I feel guilty leaving some songs off, particularly one song, which I won't say just yet. But in any case, before I start this list, I do want to say two things to keep in mind while we do our lists. One, this will not include any songs from Wham.
Yeah.
Which makes me upset because I fucking love Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
I know, that would have easily been on my list had we included.
That would have been my number one, easily.
But in any case, and George Michael is a singer that has done many covers of other songs. So for this list, I also I count covers. So there's two cover songs on my list, even though technically they're not George Michael songs. I think the way he sang them and how brilliant they are deserve to be mentioned on the list.
I'm going to be honest. When we're doing these lists, I think covers still count. They're still, I mean, they're not their songs particular, but they're still.
But they released a version of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they released a version of that song. So.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, without any further ado, let's get started. I can't wait to hear you guys' lists. And, let's talk about George Michael.
Let's do
All
it.
right, so coming in at number 10. Now, my number 10 is Father Figure.
Ooh, nice.
That is also my number 10.
Ooh.
All right, so Father Figure is a song that is very catchy. I'm going to be saying that a lot during this list because a lot of his songs are songs that you can listen to just again and again because George Michael's voice is just absolutely unlike anything. Like, this guy has so much range and emotion, and he sings like different types of songs too. That's what's great about him. And this song, it's very catchy. It's pretty fast paced, and the lyrics are really good too. The song I've listened to many times, and I know it's not one of his like most popular songs per se, but it's still really damn good. Like, the song I could listen to, like I said, again and again, and it's just terrific all around. So that's why Father Figure is my number 10. What about you, Andrew?
I agree with you. It's a very catchy song, and his singing is absolutely brilliant in this.
Indeed. All right, so that was our number 10. What's your number 10, Double Nine?
My number 10 is As. This is with he did this with Mary J. Blige, I believe that's the,
right.
Yeah, this was like a collaboration between the two. And it's a really great song too. Like, I like the singing. George Michael had a fantastic voice. I'm just saying that a lot throughout this, and it's amazing on here. Like, I think both of their vocal work is amazing. I love the chemistry with each other on this song. It's overall a fantastic tune. So yeah, my number 10 is As.
Nice. All right, so now we're on to number 9. My number 9 is one of his most popular songs, and that is Faith.
Nice.
Faith is a very, very, very catchy song. And it's a song that makes you want to dance and just makes you want to sing along as it goes on. It's a great song for sure. And once again, George Michael's vocals in this, just terrific. It's a song, and I know that there are people who have this like easily in their top 3, and I won't argue against that. But man, even then, it's still one of his best because it's just terrific all around. And yeah, it's one of his most popular for a reason. It's really how well made it is. And I know it was like a big hit when it first came out. I can't remember particularly what year it came out, but whatever year it was, I know it was very popular. It was doing well in the charts and stuff. So, and it's for good reason too. So yeah. Faith is my number 9. What's your number 9, Double Nine?
My number 9 is Too Funky.
Nice. That's a good one.
As the title suggests, it's funky as hell, this song. It really is. Like, it just gets you in the mood. It just gets you dancing around. Like, it's just one of those tunes, man. Like, I find myself, like, really just dancing around and just having an overall good time with it. And, I really like the lyrics to it. The production is fantastic on this song. It's an overall fun tune to listen to. So, yeah, my number 9 is Too Funky.
Nice. All right, Andrew, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Freedom 90.
Ooh.
Nice.
This, again, is a really, really just catchy song. I really like, how it starts with, I guess they're bongos.
Mm-hmm.
But drums, I'll say, the drums, and it's and then the piano kicks in. It's a song that I just want to dance to and, makes me want to have a good time.
Yeah, indeed. All right, so that was our number 9. Now we're on to number 8. Well, my number 8 is Freedom 90.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty much what you said, Andrew. It's a catchy as hell song, and yeah, I mean, as the song goes on, it gets better, and I just love when like the chorus says freedom, and then he's singing.
Yeah.
It's really great to hear it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, once again, one of his most popular songs, and for good reason. Because, these music snobs feel like popular equals shit for some reason. And it can't be further from the truth because Freedom 90 is fantastic. And yeah, I mean, I know some people say it's like too commercial, but you know what? I still enjoy the everlasting hell out of it. So
I think they're too commercial.
Probably just projecting on George Michael songs. All right, so that's my number 8. Freedom 90. All right, Double Nine, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Kissing a Fool. We don't have to fight Diego.
Hey.
But yeah, this song is fantastic. I really love the emotion to it. George Michael sounds amazing on the song. It's a very, very incredible song. I really love the lyrics to it and stuff like that. It's just such a fantastic tune, man. I really love Kissing a Fool. So yeah, my number 8, Kissing a Fool.
All right. What's your number 8, Andrew?
My number 8 is actually one of his covers, and that is Roxanne.
Yes, I love that version.
What I like about this version is that while it is the same song, it feels oh so very different.
Mm-hmm.
It is a significantly slower song, and I feel like this version, and while I do really like the Police's version,
mm-hmm.
this version is just more emotional.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I actually prefer this version, to be honest.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I understand, like, completely.
And he just I feel like the way he did it, and just like I said, the slower pace and the emotion he brings to it is why I like it so much.
Yeah. All right, so that was our number 8. Now we're on to number 7. My number 7 is a very emotional song, very powerful one too, and that is A Different Corner.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love the way this song sounds. Man, the chorus is really great, and it's a very slow song, and it's a very like I said, it's very powerful, and the lyrics are really good too. And I don't know if you guys have seen the music video or not. The music video is pretty good too.
Nice.
It fits pretty well. Excuse me, with the song, and yeah, I think it's a beautiful song. Just definitely very emotional, and it is my number 7, A Different Corner.
All right, nice. All right, my number 7 is Heal the Pain.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Heal the Pain. What a nice song to listen to. Kind of heals your pain a little bit, honestly. Like, it really does. Like, it's a nice song to listen to, get you relaxed. It's amazing, man. Like, George Michael sounds fantastic on this song, honestly. It's really fantastic. I really do love Heal the Pain a lot. So, yeah, my number 7.
All right, what's your number 7, Andrew?
My number 7 is another cover by his, and that is Feeling Good.
Yeah.
I previously had this on our Muse list, and again, like, they're both very different. like Muse is more rock and more like upbeat, and this one is kind of slower, and I like it in that respect. And his singing is fantastic, and it's just a great song overall. It's my number 7.
All right, now we're on to number 6. Now, my number 6 is the first cover on my list, and that is "I Can't Make You Love Me."
Nice.
Yeah, he sings this song beautifully. Now, this song has been sang by many artists over the years. I think it's a great song in general. So many great versions of the song. But in my opinion, anyway, I feel like George Michael gives the best version. I feel like his version, like he made it his own. Just like that's what I love about his covers. That like Andrew was talking about Roxanne, and he's done a lot of other songs. And what's so great about his covers, it's like he makes it like his own song. It's not like a repeat of the original songs. And that's how a good cover should be. Should be obviously the same song, but your own like spin and taste onto it. And that's what George Michael really does. Like every lyric, like every word, like he just really like sings it like really slow. Like he just treats every word like if it's so important in this song, and the way he sings it and the piano playing, it's just beautiful to listen to, and I just love it. So "I Can't Make You Love Me," George Michael version, my number 6.
And the piano playing.
All right, my number 6 is "You Have Been Loved."
Yes.
Fantastic tune. George Michael. The lyrics to this are really, really amazing. Honestly, I really love the lyrics. I think that's what I love the most about with this song. It's a really great tune. Honestly, like I really love it. George Michael sounds absolutely phenomenal on the song. It's an overall incredible tune. So yeah, my number 6 is "You Have Been Loved."
Yeah. And you, Andrew, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is one that Double Nine mentioned, and that is "Heal the Pain."
Nice.
He said it all. This is a very, very heartwarming song, and just one that heals the pain.
All right. So now we're on to number 5. My number 5 is the last cover on my list, and out of all the covers I've heard from him, this is my personal favorite, and that is "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me."
That is also my number 5.
Nice. Now, we previously had this song on. Well, I did on my.
So did I.
And my Elton John list, and this is my opinion anyway. I do prefer actually George Michael's over Elton John's, because
blasphemy. I'm just kidding.
Because I just the way George Michael sings it, honestly, is just something really special. And I just really love it. It's just so catchy. It's so well done. And, I mean, it's a hell of a cover, for sure. I was telling Double Nine, actually, earlier that because he does sometimes he does this segment on the music section, like an original versus cover. And I was telling him, like, this would be a good one, Elton John versus George Michael. Even though in this song, Elton John's also in it, but he only sings, like, in the end. Generally speaking, George Michael sings like 90% of it.
Yeah.
That's my number 5. Why is it your number 5, Andrew?
It is my number 5, because what you said, it's it's just a very good song, with Elton John, but like George Michael's singing also makes it really good. And I believe Elton John is playing the piano in this. I'm not 100%
Yeah, I believe
sure.
so as well. Yeah.
But Elton John is does good on the piano, but the main focus here should be is George Michael singing.
All right. And you have to go, right? Double Nine for number 5.
Yes, number 5. My number 5 is "Jesus to a Child."
That song barely missed my list. And
that's a great song.
It was like my number 11. That's how close it was. I love it. Yeah.
"Jesus to a Child" is amazing.
It is. Yeah.
Like it's a very beautiful and powerful song. Honestly, like I quite love it a lot. Honestly, it's really fantastic. The lyrics to it are amazing. George Michael sounds absolutely incredible with it. I love the production on here. All the instruments sound incredible. It's very well produced, in my opinion, as well. So yeah, "Jesus to a Child" is amazing and deserves to come as my number 5.
All right. Now we're on to number 4. My number 4 is easily one of his most emotional songs he's ever done, and that is "A Moment with You."
Nice.
That's a great song.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful song, and it's a song that I love listening to. And man, it really gets you emotional too. You're like, oh my god, George, you're like, I'm about to cry in it. But yeah, it's really terrific. The song speaks for itself. Honestly, you just listen to it, and it's just one of those things you got to listen to it because like some things are just so great in life, or just beautiful to even describe, that it's kind of like you have to see it, or
you have to see it, hear it to believe it.
Exactly, yeah, because just speaking about it doesn't do it enough justice. And yeah, I mean, it is my number 4. It's one of his very best songs in my opinion, "A Moment with You." So what's your number 499?
My number 4 is "Careless Whisper."
That's
nice.
Awesome song.
I'm pretty sure many babies were made to this song because the fucking saxophone on this thing is the greatest use of the saxophone I've ever heard in a goddamn song. I swear to it. Like, like who the hell does not know the saxophone to this song? Like, it's amazing. And just beyond that, the whole song in general is just fantastic. Like, I love George Michael's singing it. It's really fantastic. I really do like the lyrics a lot too. It's very emotional. It's a great song. Like, I really do love it a lot, but I can't lie and say, but the thing that sells me the most on this song is that goddamn saxophone. Like, Jesus Christ, every time I hear it, I'm just like, okay, what the hell's going on with me right now? Like, like seriously. But yeah, "Careless Whisper," fantastic tune, deserves to come as my number 4.
All right, so now we're on to number 3. So my number 3.
I didn't do my number 4.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, you go do your number 4.
My number 4 is my last cover, and that is "Somebody to Love."
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, him with Queen. Yeah, that was really phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this song, and I think 2 of the best singers of all time are Freddie Mercury and George Michael, and they both in each song do this song justice, and it's an awesome song with great singing.
And it's hard. Like, you have to think about it. You're covering a Freddie Mercury song, and that must be one of the hardest things on the planet.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, people are going to compare you to.
Because in my opinion, Freddie Mercury is the best male singer of all time.
Yeah. No, and yeah, he's regarded as one of the best male singers of all time. So I'm saying, like, just doing a cover of a Queen song would just be like so much pressure. But George Michael finds a way to,
thank God George Michael is also one of the best male singers of all time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, just making a Queen song must be a cover of a Queen song must be like, whoa, what are you doing? So yeah, no, I agree with you. That's I saw I never saw him in concert, but there's a video of him singing it live, and it's really awesome. It's really great.
Yeah.
So, all right, so now we're on to number 3.
Yes, number 3.
All right.
Do you know how to count? No, okay.
Number trace.
All right, my number 3 is "One More Try."
Nice.
Yeah, "One More Try" is a beautiful song, and I love the way it goes, and the chorus, and just from start to finish, the song that I'm completely invested in. Now, my number 3 and 2, I kept flipping back and forth. So honestly, it's like my number 2 and 3 are like neck and neck for me. But I had it as number 3, and I just really love it. It's I know it's one of his most popular ones too. So, and like I said, for good reason, because popularity is a good thing. So, all right, "One More Try" is my number 3.
All right, my number 3 is "Father Figure."
Yeah.
Damn the both of you for only having it at number 10. No, I'm kidding. No, "Father Figure" is a fantastic tune. Man, for a song that's like 5 minutes and 40 seconds, I wish it was longer. Like, that, it's just that damn good of a song. Like, it's so fantastic. Like, it has a very gospel feeling to it, to be honest with you. Like, it kind of has that feeling with it, with like the huge choirs and stuff like that. It's really great. Like, I love the lyrics to it. George Michael sounds absolutely phenomenal on the song. It's an overall beautiful song in my opinion, and it's just one I constantly listen to from George Michael. So yeah, my number 3 is Fire Figure.
Nice. All right, Andrew, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Cowboys and Angels.
All right.
This is a fantastic song. I love the piano that starts it, and then how the drums come in, and George Michael. I mean, it's really expected, but the singing in this is absolutely phenomenal. It's a beautiful song, and I love it.
All right, so now we're on to number 2. This is a song Double Nine already mentioned. That is "Careless Whisper," arguably his most famous song. Yeah, this is like you said, the saxophone in this is
sex worthy.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean, it starts. It's like
I'm not kidding when I say there have probably been many babies made to this song.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, and yeah, no, it's just a terrific song. Like, it's a really incredible song, and like I said, it's probably his most popular one. And for good reason too. Like I feel like even people who don't follow George Michael like that know this song. So like, it's just generally one of the most popular songs ever. And yeah, the saxophone's amazing. I love the lyrics, and like it's from start to finish, there's something. And even when it ends, like I just want more of it because it's just not enough for me. So "Careless Whisper" is my number 2.
All right, my number 2 is "Faith."
That is also my number 2.
Dude, like when you hear kind of just the organ, that's what you call it. At first when you hear that and then you just hear the acoustic guitar, it's a danceable song. Like you really just dance, have a fun, good time with. Like it's so amazing. Like I love it when he goes, "'Cause I gotta have faith," and just the like the instruments that go along with it. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. It's so awesome, man. Like I just can't help but have a smile on my face while it's playing. It's such a phenomenal tune in my opinion, and I could definitely see why this became one of his most popular songs because it's a phenomenal tune.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Andrew, why is it your number 2?
It is my number 2 for the same reason. It's a very catchy song, a very likable song, and just a very I think it's a happy song as well. The guitar, it's one that I want to dance to, and you guys pretty much both said it.
All right, so now we're on to number 1, our favorite George Michael song. My favorite George Michael song is "Kissing a Fool." "Kissing a Fool" is just fucking amazing, honestly. It's such an underappreciated song from George Michael, too. It's the piano in this, the way it starts, and just the lyrics and the bass, and just every goddamn instrument in this song is just 5 out of 5 material. And I think one of the very best parts of the song is like, I guess towards the second half when like the song kind of goes not a 180, but it changes its beat and it just like it goes fast and it's just heaven. Honestly, "Kissing a Fool" was always my favorite George Michael song, and yeah, the song I was to do countless times and never get tired of. So, "Kissing a Fool" is my number 1.
All right, my number 1 is "Freedom 90."
Nice.
This has always been my favorite George Michael song. Just that piano, man.
Commercial.
I don't give 2 fucks. This song is awesome. Okay, like just, dude, when you hear that piano, he's like, "I won't let you down." Like it's so awesome, man. Like you feel amazing while listening to this song. Like you feel great, and then where he goes, "Freedom, freedom," like "I won't let you down." Like it's so fantastic, man. It's such an awesome song to listen to. It just is one that makes you feel good while listening to it as well. And it's an incredible tune. It's easily my favorite George Michael song of all time.
All right, Andrew, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is one that you both mentioned, and that is "Careless Whispers."
Yes!
I mean, that's sax, man.
Yes!
I mean, that sax just gets me all hot and, heavy and ooh. But,
like it does for everybody.
I know, but besides that, like the singing in this is fantastic. I love this song so much. Even like before I really listened to George Michael, I knew this song, and I loved it then, and I love it now.
Yep. All right, so that's our list of the top 10 best songs of George Michael. I will be uploading the list on Spotify later, so if you want to follow me on Spotify, you can, and follow the playlists of the best of the MTVM's best of. Now, next week will be Double Nine's turn to choose a band or singer or whoever. So, Double Nine, why don't you tell us who you're going to choose next week so we can do a top.
Next week, we're going to be doing one of the best grunge bands of all time and just one of the best bands of all time in general, and that is Soundgarden.
Nice.
So Soundgarden is one of my favorite bands of all time, so I'm very interested to see what we'll have for our list next week.
Indeed. Shall be great.
Yes.
All right. And, like I said, I'll be putting the list up on Spotify. And I said this in the beginning of the podcast, but I'll say it again anyway. On Sunday, there'll be a podcast of the top 5 most and least anticipated films of the summer with me, Andrew, John Matthews, and Jackson Fulcher. Please join in the live chat if you can and watch the live stream if you are available at that moment. It will be awesome, and it'll be a fun podcast for sure. All right, and that wraps up this podcast. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. I want to thank people for watching this episode today. It means a lot, like always. And do you guys have anything you want to say before I end the stream?
Thank you all for watching the MTVM Podcast, episode number 21. Another great episode, in my opinion. I think we all had a pretty good job, that episode today. I can't speak English. I'm Shinsuke Nakamura.
I can never know. Shinsuke Nakamura can speak English better than I can.
But here we go. But this is episode 21. Had another great time. Can't wait for episode 22 next week. And we'll see you all next time.
All right. And Andrew.
I'll also thank you guys for watching. Fun episode, and I'll just see you guys on Sunday.
Yep, we'll be, like I said, we'll be here Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So
Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. All right. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys Sunday. Well, Double Nine. Hopefully, I'll see you in the live chat on Sunday. But in terms of MTVM Podcast, episode 22, that will be next Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Indeed. All right. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a great week. Stay classy. See you guys later. Bye.